Chanel. I done bought a new Chanel. I done bought a new Chanel because we made it. I done bought a new Chanel because we dated.
What's goody, y'all? Back at it again with another hair video. This video I'm bringing to y'all a wanded curl on my blow-dried hair. To start it off, I went through and combed out my hair. This is a big part to it because if you watch my last video, I talked about being natural and how your hair gets really thick. My hair is really thick right now. So if I don't comb it out before I do anything to it, oh, it's going to be a bad day. Okay? Okay, and then the next step to that, you'll need to go through and actually press your hair. I know being natural, you don't want to add any heat to it, but sometimes your hair does need a little heat just in case you need to trim your ends or do a hairstyle like this. I'm not a big fan of having crunchy edges, okay? So you want to go through and press the edges, press the back of your hair, the edges, because you know that kitchen area? That'd be the one. That'd be the one that be trying to get you for real. And then you'll eventually go through and press the middle center area of your hair where it's the thickest. And honestly, all these little dance breaks you keep seeing right now is needed because this hairstyle, it takes you a little bit of time, especially if you want it to come out a certain way and if you want it to last for a couple days. So I suggest, make sure you're in the right mood, play some music in the background because it's going to be a trip. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention when we talked about pressing your edges and the middle portion here, I actually went through and took a few rows. It wasn't precise or like thin rows. It was just taking kind of the bigger chunks and just pressing through that patch area. That way, when you do go to wand it, it looks and lays a certain type of way that you want it to look, and it doesn't look too, I don't want to say nappy because a nappy look isn't a problem. But if you want it to lay a certain way and your curls to look voluminous and really shiny, then I suggest you going through with the pressing comb. Now, after you finish all your pressing, each part, how much you want to press is on you. But after you finish that step, you need to go through and add oil to your scalp. Rub it in. Remember, don't scratch, but actually rub it in with your fingertips. I also go through and pour some oil into my hand so you can put a little bit out on the outside ends of your hair. Not too much because you don't want it to be too oily where where it looks stiff. You don't want that look going. So just put a little bit in your hand and then rub it all through your hair. Okay, so now we're actually getting to the part where you're going to start wanding your hair. So I'm showing you guys the wand right now. I don't know if you guys want the name. I'll put the name in the description below, but you can pretty much use any wand. The tightness or looseness of your curls just depends on how long you hold the wand on the curl. Me personally, I've tried this hairstyle before, and the last time I did it, my curls were loose. I decided to go through this time, which you'll see later, or after I curl the first few. I decided to do tighter curls just to see how they will hold up. So I would say I like tighter curls because I feel like they hold up better than loose curls do, and you can do a little bit more with tighter curls, and it just looks different. So with that information, I would just say it all depends on the type of look that you're going for with this hairstyle. You don't have to follow exactly what I do, but it all depends on if you want a looser curl pattern or a tighter curl pattern. Okay, so now I'm actually showing you or actually going through the wanded process. Like I said, it is a process, and this time I actually made the decision to choose smaller parts. So that also plays a role if you want a loose curl pattern, if you want smaller parts, if you want bigger chunks. If you want it to last longer, in my opinion, I think you should do smaller rolls or sections, and they should also be tighter curls. Now, with my technique, I like to go through and put the wand underneath and wrap over the top of the wand. My wand is actually pretty cool because the tip of the wand, you can actually hold the tip of the wand, and it doesn't come with a glove. So you could actually hold the tip of the wand and still do your hair. For the rest of this video, there's really nothing else for me to explain. I'm only going to show you guys a certain portion of this part right here, and then I'm going to show you guys how I did the top of my head. Okay, a technique I'm using here and a technique I'll also be using once I get to the top of my head, which is the main portion I'll be showing y'all, is how I actually go through and somewhat glide the wand over my edges in the front, on the top of the hair, and on the bottom. This just ensures that you don't have that crunchy look in the front of your hair and it all looks smooth with the curl. So I would suggest you guys do that when you guys are dealing with the edges or the top part of your hair. All right, y'all. We made it to the top. Look at the hair. Look at it, y'all. We finally made it to the top of my head. So most of this part, the top is always the hardest part when it comes to any hairstyle to me because you have to figure out how you want your hair to look. Since I've been natural and I wear the afro and everything, I naturally just pull my hair to the front. So my hair has gotten pretty accustomed and used to just sitting in the front of my face. So I decided to do kind of random parts, but also align the front with the hairline, obviously. But I decided to do random parts because it'll look more natural to me and it'll just fall better. And also, I like wearing the half up, half down look. So I mainly pulled my hair to the front and did random parts. So when I do transition to that look, it'll be smoother. Or if I want to move my hair from one side with a part on the side, it's just more versatility when you put it all in the front. Or if you moved it all in the back, that would work too. But I decided to move mine in the front just because my hair naturally falls to the front of my face. Okay, y'all, so we finally finished all the wanding. Now it's time to go through piece by piece and actually pull them apart. I usually like to go maybe 3 strands per wand curl that I did. 3 to 4 is good. Once you go past 4 or, too many numbers, the curls aren't going to last at all because you pulled too many of them away from each other. So this is the last part of the look that I achieved. I hope you guys enjoy this look, and we gonna wait for the finished product. The last step I'll tell you to do is go through with your pick and, pick it through in the back and the top of your hair. It just adds more volume, makes the look even more better. So that's the last step, y'all.
Alright, it's time to loosen up your mind. Alright, go shake that, just like that on. When I was younger,
Chanel, she never hated. She was my dog even when she was frustrated.